we do see Turkey as a strategic partner because of the political support we generally get, because of the diplomatic support, including the non-recognition of the illegally annexed Crimea, support for the Crimean Tatars, and also cooperation in defense sphere and in economic sphere. But that's also because I believe we have shared threats and shared interests here. So when Turkey helps Ukraine, it just not only helping Ukraine because it loves Ukraine, but also because the threat of Russia is shared for Ukraine and Turkey. And the growing military buildup of Russia here in the Black Sea, for example, and the militarization and nuclearization of Crimea also poses a threat to Turkey as well.
The first thing is, Ukraine doesn't have to have battle space superiority. It just has to have enough to make Russia really hurt. And I think that's a fundamental point. The second point I want to make is that both NATO and the EU and Russia ignore Turkey at their own peril. And I think the whole conversation about the importance of the Black Sea, the inability of the United States and its allies to recognize the incredible role Turkey has in the Black Sea, not just for military, but for commerce, energy, etc., that gateway to the Mediterranean, especially the Eastern Mediterranean, I think is all really critically important. And I think neither the United States nor its allies nor Russia have understood this about Turkey and have tried to put Erdogan on a little shelf someplace, much to their own peril.
This is what Netanyahu wanted a lot of people to think, that he and Trump did this whole thing on their own. Not true, okay? When the Abraham Accords were negotiated, we need to remember that. When the negotiations about the Abraham Accords started on July 2nd, 2020, okay? July 1st was supposed to be annexation day, the day that Netanyahu starts annexing parts of the West Bank. And this was Netanyahu's top priority, to annex parts of the West Bank, not to go for a normalization with the UAE. And the normalization agreement with the UAE was, at the end of the day, the ladder that Mohammed bin Zayed gave the White House in order to get Bibi down from the annexation.
I think if you're big on equity, like not having electricity is a really big topic. I think it's really unfair that a lot of us don't have electricity, and it's kind of, I think a lot of us take it for granted. But I think thinking about supporting efforts just for, I don't know, we've had technical support, people give us advice for different things, people help introduce us to vendors for things. There's lots of like other organizations that provide support that, live off of donations. So I think those are all pieces that are just larger that are happening out there that you should be aware of. But I think the other futuristic things I'm excited about is technology, how much that advances, how much that makes our lives easier. So I'm excited about that as well.